Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bella Vista High School Stadium on the campus of Bella Vista High School in Fair Oaks, California, where tonight the 3-3 Bella Vista Broncos host the 5-1 Roseville Tigers in a Capital Valley Conference matchup. Game 7 of the season, Game 3 of the conference schedule. The Broncos come into this game having lost 2 straight and only scoring 1 touchdown in those combined 8 quarters. Well, Roseville, having had last week off, comes in on a 3-game winning streak. The only blemish on their record is in week 3, a 39-30 loss at home to Laguna Creek. This year marks the 10th consecutive year that the Broncos and the Tigers have met in league play. And for Bella Vista, they are seeking a reversal of fortunes, if you will, as Roseville has won all 9 of those previous contests. Hello everyone, George Thorolson with Aaron Kehoe, and welcome to Bella Vista High School for Game 4 of our 5-game schedule here on YouTube. And it is Game 7. Boy, this season's gone by fast.
It has just gone by so fast, it's hard to believe that we're already here at Game 7 tonight.
Well, it's been, when last we spoke, Bella Vista had just completed Game 3 of a 3-game winning streak, and it's amazing what happens when you start playing the big boys, because Antelope has been a successful team despite their 0-5 start over many years, and then Inderkum is like a different level. So, and those were the last 2 teams that the Broncos faced.
Yeah, I mean, it's really kind of interesting in the Sac Joaquin section this year how many teams were in a similar boat to Antelope, being 0-5 and yet still being a very good team just based on the strength of the schedule that they played. And yeah, Inderkum was definitely a different animal last week when the Broncos were over at Inderkum.
Now, interestingly enough, even though Antelope took care of Bella Vista 2 weeks ago, 42-7, that 0-5 start from them is really going to hurt them when it comes to playoffs. And once you win 4 games, you're playoff eligible. Doesn't mean you'll go, but you're eligible. Bella Vista needs 1 win to become playoff eligible and could conceivably go in before Antelope, because Antelope still has to play Wood Creek. They still have to play Inderkum. And those are the top 2 teams in the Capital Valley Conference. So Broncos have a lot to play for.
Yeah, I mean, they really have a lot to play for. I mean, to your point with Antelope, I mean, Inderkum and Wood Creek are both in the top 15 in the section right now. So that's a tall task for Antelope. The Broncos have already played Inderkum. We still have to play Wood Creek. That'll be our final game here on YouTube. But yeah, they can punch their ticket to be playoff eligible. Now, that doesn't mean that they'll be in the playoffs, but that certainly means they're eligible to be in, and that in and of itself is a feat.
And certainly a win tonight would put them at that point. There is still Yuba City next week. There's Wood Creek the following week. And then there's McClatchy, the non-league game to end the season. So there's other opportunities. We know that Roseville's got a 9-game winning streak over Bella Vista, and so the Broncos certainly want to put an end to what's going on there. Taking a look at the last couple of weeks, we've talked about this Bella Vista team and how important the running game is. And while Nolan Bernhard and Logan Farron were held in check the last 2 weeks, we saw the emergence of Kalik Vaughn. And here's a guy that transferred from Casa Roble, probably I don't think was eligible for the first few weeks of the season. Now he's eligible. He got the opportunity. 63 yards last week, 57 yards the week before. He was impressive.
Yeah, what was crazy in the Inderkum game is when Kalik would go in, okay, he caught the defense by surprise that first run right up the center. He comes back in, the defense knows what they're going to do, and yet he picks up another 8-9 yards. He has really been a tremendous asset to the Bronco offense. Hopefully tonight that he can be balanced with Nolan Bernhard, Logan Farron, and Kalik Vaughn. If we can see the 3 of them, the line holding up front, I think the Broncos will be able to move the ball.
In the meantime, the Broncos' opponent tonight, Roseville. Mason Cisnara is the starting quarterback. He's a sophomore. He played a little bit with the freshman team last year, a little bit with JV. He's shared some of the duties early on, but he's emerged as their first-string quarterback now. Second in the Capital Valley Conference in passing, 802 yards. He hits 198 tonight. He's at 1,000 for the season, which would be quite an accomplishment here in game number 7. He seems to be a real deal. Gets a lot of help on the other side with Joel Bradley, who seems to do everything.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a quarterback that's a sophomore, you kind of first year on the varsity, kind of, you're hoping for some rookie mistakes. We certainly have not seen that out of Sonara so far this year, especially with the number of yards he has. And yeah, we're here for Bella Vista, but you got to give your hat off to a guy that has 1,000 yards passing through 7 weeks. That's just incredibly impressive.
And then you got to take your hat off to a guy like Joel Bradley, who had an 82-yard kickoff return against Yuba City 2 weeks ago. He leads the conference in receiving yards, more than 600 receiving yards. He punts, he kicks, he returns kicks, he catches the ball, he's run the ball. I bet you he even drives the bus, for crying out loud. I mean, this guy seems to be the real deal.
Yeah.
The only problem for him is when he goes to college, he's going to have to make a decision as to what he wants to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's just really impressive to see what he can do.
Yeah, I think something else that we got to talk about too. I mean, in order to pass for that many yards, you've got to have a strong offensive front. They have 2 big offensive tackles, both over 250 pounds. Obviously, they are well in pass protection for the quarterback to give him time to be able to throw those kind of yards. So be curious how the Broncos defensive front lines up with them too, to see if they can put some pressure on that young quarterback.
Roseville's leading rusher is Aaron Salas. We'll look for his name. Jaden Broussard is another receiver whose name we're going to be watching for as well this season. So the captains are at the middle of the field. We are just about ready to get this one underway. And the Broncos will wait for Roseville to call the toss, because Roseville is the visiting team. And so we're about to get this one underway.
Yeah, a lot of excitement at Bella Vista. Fox 40 was here at the high school this morning, showcasing the matchup between the Roseville Tigers and the Bella Vista Broncos tonight. Generated a lot of buzz around campus. Stadium's packed. It's time for Friday Night Lights.
So the referee at this point is discussing everything with the two teams. Looks like he's giving him some instructions. And we want to check in downstairs. We have Miles Cantrell with us this evening downstairs. So let's go ahead and take a look and toss it down to Miles.
Welcome all to Bella Vista's versus Roseville Tigers game. And today is going to be an exciting one. Everyone out here is wearing pink in the stands to support the fight against cancer. Broncos are 3-3, and all people here are excited, hoping for an exciting game. And I know it is going to be one. Back to you guys.
All right, Miles, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And we will hear more from Miles throughout the course of the game. Well, this is a long meeting at midfield here.
I'm not quite sure what's taken so long. And I don't think I've ever seen a referee meet with the opposing team like they're doing right now.
Maybe they just knew we had to get Miles' report in.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, so we finally have a decision made. Roseville has won the toss and has deferred the choice to the second half. So that means Bella Vista, I think this has happened for all of our live streams, Bella Vista to receive the kick.
Yes, exactly. Bella Vista is going to start on offense tonight.
Okay, so we're going to play some football now. And the Broncos, they have been using Damian Rickett and Mark Newton is their kickoff returner, so we will look to see what they bring to the table today. I thought I saw in watching one of the NFHS live streams 2 weeks ago against Antelope, I thought I saw Damian Rickett playing without the green gloves.
He did have a game without the green gloves. The team's been teasing him if they're coming out tonight. Been teasing him about being electric with those green gloves on. I have not looked yet to see. I'm trying to find him down on the field to see if he has them on.
So the Bella Vista band is assembling now at midfield, and you notice, as Miles mentioned, the pink shirts. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Night here at Bella Vista High School Stadium, and the band with their pink shirts is gathering and is going to bring us the national anthem here, and then we're going to play some football. We got some of the other music going on right now. So I think we're just waiting for the clock to wind down here.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Everybody's ready. We're going to check in now with the public address announcer here at Bella Vista High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bronco football. The national anthem will be played by your Bella Vista band. Please rise for the national anthem. Let's play some ball!
In support of breast cancer awareness, the Bella Vista Broncos marching band in all pink this evening, well, the pink shirts that is, and they are now marching off the field, making way for the football players. Coming up at halftime, they will have their regular halftime performance, so we will look forward to that as well. And certainly we wish anyone who is affected by breast cancer or any other form of cancer, we wish them well in their battles and in their treatments. And certainly let's kick this thing. It's affected lots of people's lives.
It has.
Certainly it has affected my family.
It's nice to see all the support out here tonight on both sides of the field, actually, for this tonight.
Yeah, I noticed that Roseville is decked out as well.
Yep.
Their cheerleaders were wearing pink, and so that's great that they jumped on board with the theme for tonight as well. It's also Junior Bronco night.
It is. It's Bella Vista Junior Bronco night at the north end of the field. We got a lot of Junior Broncos playing football and kind of up in a little corral, if you will. They play on Sunday here at home, but nice that the high school has joined in with them to, support them and support the program. And what junior kid doesn't want to see a big high school football game down on the field?
Fresh off driving the bus in from Roseville, Joel Bradley is now ready to kick it off. Bella Vista not on the field yet. Now they're making their way out. Damian Rickett.
No green gloves tonight, George.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Maybe they just weren't working for him.
They're a superstitious bunch, football players, so he's got black gloves on tonight, pink socks.
But he does have the pink socks.
He does.
So he's definitely within theme. So Bradley has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Time to play football. Here's the kick. And it's a driving kick coming in the direction of Newton. And it looks like he puts that in the end zone for a touchback. And in high school football, it still only comes out to the 20-yard line. So that's where the Broncos will begin this drive, first down and 10.
Be interesting to see what kind of offensive scheme they start here with their backs and how they mix it up as they try to work the ball down the field towards the north end of the stadium here.
So Aaron Mora brings the team out. Jamison Seapock is out there along with Damian Rickett. Rickett will come out to the left, and also lining up out to the left with him is Jace Budenbauer. First down and 10. The screenplay comes over to the left. Here's Rickett with the reception. And Rickett fights his way up close to the 29-yard line. So 9 yards on the pass play there for Bella Vista. That's a good start.
Great way to open it up. I think Roseville probably was anticipating a run. Bella Vista tends to be a heavy run team, so a screen pass to your star receiver is a great way to open it up and get him into the game early.
So of course we've talked about how Bella Vista wants to establish that run. 2nd and 1 is a good running opportunity. Bernhard will line up in the backfield. along with Farron. Farron gets the handoff, and he has stood up short of the 30-yard line. So looks like they're going to mark him no gain on that play, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. And Kalik Vaughn has entered the game. So we wonder if maybe the newfound addition to the running game is going to get an opportunity here.
Yep, that's what I would be thinking.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. Max Keogh over the ball at center. Vaughn is in the backfield with Budenbauer. The give is to Vaughn. He is corralled in the backfield, but drags the tackler with him across the 30-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down for Bella Vista.
And that's positive. Last week against Inderkum, we got a 1st down, but it was from a penalty to start the game, so nice to earn one here to start the game.
So 1 yard on the play for Kalik Vaughn, but a very important 1 yard that keeps this drive going. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Bella Vista. Vaughn still in the backfield with Budenbauer, and Budenbauer is going to get the carry. He brings it around the right side, slips a couple of tacklers, and he shoots forward across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for Chase Budenbauer and a 1st down.
Yeah, Budenbender is another transfer from Casa with Kalik Vaughn. Both he and Kalik and Jace both came from Casa, so they were eligible 3 weeks ago, and Antelope was their 1st game. So Budenbender and Vaughn both making a difference here on the offensive side of the ball.
So Mora consults with the sideline and will now huddle up. We are 9.5 to go in the opening quarter, and Bella Vista moving the ball against this Roseville Tiger team. Bernhard coming in motion. He gets the handoff, and he's going to bring it to the outside. Nolan Bernhard. He crosses the 45-yard line. He'll be marked down about the 47.
It's a flag down on the Broncos' snout there.
Uh-oh.
Holding is the initial call.
You know, I prefer when the Broncos are kicking from the snout,
yes,
not than when there's penalties.
I've missed that for a couple of weeks.
Yes, indeed. All right, so Bernhard's run is nullified, and the penalty will mark it back to the 31-yard line.
Broncos.
You look at a 1st down and about 20 yards to go.
They're going to have to bounce back here. This has plagued them all season with penalties, and it's gotten better, but, you know, even here with a big drive and then a penalty.
Here's a handoff to Budenbauer once again. And Budenbauer is going to get stacked up after a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. See where they mark the progress to. So they're going to give him all the way out to the 35-yard line. So that's a gain of 4.
It's a generous spot, but we'll take it.
Yes, indeed. I didn't think he made it that far, but
yeah,
but you're right. Anytime.
2nd down, Broncos.
So this will be 2nd down and 16 yards to go. Rickett's going to come out to the left. Looks like Budenbauer's going to line up as a receiver as well. Farron's on the wing. Bernhard comes in motion. Mora's back to pass. Mora is under pressure. Mora's going to dump it, tries to dump it to Seapock over the 40-yard line just at the last minute, kind of a off the back foot and incomplete. So that'll be 3rd and 16.
Been nice if J-Mo could have picked that up there and have picked up another 5 yards, but kind of a heads-up play, and just I don't think he was expecting the ball there. I think he was looking to block for Mora rather than catch the pass.
Normally, when Mora rolls out, he's at his strongest rolling out to the other side. Because here he would have had to reset his body to really get a good pass. So here on 3rd and 16, I would expect that if they're going to roll him out, he's going to go the other way.
Yes.
Crowd getting into it, the band getting into it. 3rd down and 16 from their own 35-yard line. Keogh over the ball at center. Wide receiver, one man to the left. Rickett comes in motion. He takes the handoff. Rickett is looking to turn the corner and is upended as he brings it out to the 39-yard line. And so Bella Vista decides just to keep the ball on the ground there and go with the jet sweep to Damian Rickett. Picks up 4 yards, but that's going to bring up a 4th down. And so, fresh off kicking the ball, Joel Bradley will now be back to receive. We mentioned his 82-yard kickoff return, but he's their punt returner as well. In fact, he averages 23 yards per punt return, and here's the kick. Has a little trouble handling it, but he's got it, and he turns on the Jets. Joel Bradley is out of bounds at the Bella Vista 45-yard line. No hang time on that at all. He had all kinds of green AstroTurf in front of him.
Yeah, and great hand-eye coordination there by Bradley to keep the ball. He was watching the ball the whole time and then just kept running with it. And a good return for Roseville, puts him in Bella Vista territory to start their opening offensive drive.
So according to Max Preps, Mason Susnara is 48 of 60 on the year. 60% of his passes, 832 yards. So he only needs 168 to hit 1,000 yards for the season tonight. We'll see what happens as Roseville will line up, and Susnara will take the snap from the shotgun. And the handoff goes to the left side, and this is Aaron Salas. And Salas, their leading rusher, has some running room down inside the 35-yard line.
For Roseville, first down.
That is a pickup of 14 yards for Aaron Salas, and immediately a first down as we are under 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Joel Bradley will go out to the left, and it's Kenny McClure to the he's to the left, Bradley to the right. Back is Susnara. He's looking for Bradley, wide open, makes the reception inside the 30-yard line, sheds a tackle, and is out of bounds near the 20. Looks like he might be inside the 20. They're going to mark him.
First down.
So they're going to mark him at the 19-yard line.
So one thing to keep in mind on defense for the Broncos, we mentioned Budenbender on offense running the ball. He's also in at safety on the defense. In the Antelope game, had 9 solo tackles and made the tackle right there. So he's making an impact on both sides of the ball.
It's another 11 yards on the play. The inside handoff goes left side. There's a flag down, and running to his left, being run out of bounds on the far sideline. Graham Dahl was the ball carrier for Roseville, but that's going to come back for a holding penalty. So break for Bella Vista. It was a holding penalty that really stalled their drive. Roseville plus yardage on every play they've run so far. So we'll see what this penalty does to them.
Well, Rickett did a great acting job there. He was definitely being held, but he got both hands up in the air, created some space between him and the offensive blocker, and you could see the jersey being pulled. It was an easy call for the head referee.
So this will bring the ball back to the 29-yard line. It'll be 1st and 20. And of course, if you're Bella Vista, the one thing you don't want is any receiver to be wide open. Bradley and McClure both out to the left. Susnara in the shotgun. He's back to pass. He's looking left. He's firing left down towards the end zone. Leaping attempt. Incomplete. Good coverage on the part of Bella Vista. Looks like Kai Brown and Mark Newton were there. So the incomplete pass.
I was worried about that coverage, George. Newton ran out right at the last minute, and I think because he had a little bit of a running start, he was able to stay with that receiver. Kai Brown came over and certainly helps. Ended up being really good defense.
And the receiver's Joel Bradley, who comes out for this play. So lining up now to the right is Jaden Holt for Roseville. They've got 2 wide receivers to the left. Inside handoff play fake. No, it's a run up the middle. And that's Dahl again, and Dahl will take the ball down inside the 25, down to the 21-yard line. So that'll be a gain of about 8 yards on the play. And that will bring up a 3rd down. So this is a big 3rd down. If they can stop him, I presume that Bradley will attempt a field goal.
I'm with you. I saw him kicking in pregame, so that would be the expectation here at 3rd and 12. Big play coming up for the Bronco defense.
But 3 certainly is better than 7. Susnara lines up in the shotgun, has Salas right next to him. Susnara's rolling out to his left, off the back foot, sends it over the middle, incomplete. He had a receiver open inside the 15-yard line. And it looks like it was McClure that he was trying to get the ball to. And so that will bring up the 4th down. We'll see what Roseville wants to do here.
I don't know what kind of leg Bradley has.
Bradley's coming onto the field. Is he going to kick, or are they going to go for it here on 4th and 12?
Brings up a 4th and 12.
He's lining up as a receiver.
So they're going to go for this.
So they are going to go for this. So Salas right next to McClure again. Bradley is lined up to the left. Same play as before. He's rolling out to his left. He's being chased. He's going to try and run, and he's going to run his way down inside the 10, and he is going to be hit, and he is going to be dropped.
Miller, ball carrier.
And the question is whether he got first down yardage.
Well, the stick is at the 9, so that would look to be short.
Looks like he might be short. Now they're calling it a first down. So he just barely got what he needed. So that was a...
Wow, based on that spot, I wish they would have measured that.
They seem pretty confident. So first and goal for Roseville. Cisnara will give it to Salas. Salas is looking to the corner. He's hit in the backfield, and he is spun down. Damian Rickett comes from his defensive backfield spot to come up and drop him for about 6-yard loss back to the 15-yard line.
Great containment by Rickett on that play. Just excellent. Stayed with the blocker, shed the blocker at the last minute, and made the tackle.
So that will be second and goal from the 15-yard line. So they'll go with Dahl and McClure to the right. And here's Cisnera rolling out to his left again. May want to try and run with it. Dumps it downfield off the hands of his intended receiver, Aaron Salas. And the pass is incomplete. Again, a third down for Roseville. They converted the last one. Well, they converted the fourth down, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a fourth down they went for and got. So another big opportunity.
Now. They're a little closer now. Makes you wonder if this time, if Bella Vista is able to stop him, if maybe they would try the field goal. But Bradley has not been in. He's been in for one play since that, since they threw to him in the end zone. So it's now third and goal from the 15-yard line. Cisnera. Whistle blows as the ball is snapped.
Flag on the play.
And a flag is down. And a dead ball and a false start against Roseville. So that's going to bring it out to the 20-yard line. And that's going to set this up now as third and goal from the 20.
So mistakes on both sides of the ball so far, but actually more on the Tigers thus far in the game.
And rumor has it that you can't do that.
That's what echoes in my ears right now.
Third and goal from the 20. Cisnera, he's looking left. He flings it over to the left side, has the reception, and Mark Newton with a great stop to drop McClure down at about the 7-yard line. So it'll be fourth and goal from the 7-yard line.
4th and 7, Roseville ball.
And at this point, do you, again?
I see no indication they're going to kick a field goal. They're going to go for this the whole way, it looks like.
Well, and again, I wonder if maybe Bradley might have gotten dinged up on that pass play to the end zone, because he has only been in one play since. And it looks like Roseville is going to call a timeout. So timeout on the field, 3:44 to go in the opening quarter. Roseville facing their second fourth down on this drive. This one is fourth and goal from the 7-yard line. Or maybe I'll respot that. It's the 8-yard line. In any case, this is an opportunity for Bella Vista to get a stop.
Well, what I love when you compare it to the last 2 weeks, they've drawn this drive out, right? They've made Roseville work for this drive, and that's really been a big difference from the last 2 weeks. So I like the enthusiasm I saw to start the game. I liked what I saw on the offensive side of the ball, barring that holding penalty. And I like so far what I'm seeing on defense. This is a big fourth down. And if Roseville elects to go for this instead of kicking and we get a stop here, what a win for Bella Vista to start the game.
Yes, indeed. And what we saw from their offense was before the penalty, that is, the offense was moving the ball a little bit. So hopefully that can continue once Bella Vista gets their hands on the ball. And that would be great from a Bella Vista standpoint if it can come right after this play.
Well, they're not going to kick. They're going to go for this.
Fourth and goal from the 8. Salas is next to Cisnara, and he's back to pass. He's going to swing it over to the right side. Catch is made, and he's hit, and he's dropped at the 8-yard line.
On the first down.
Matthew Bunny on that stop.
Matthew Bunny with the stop. It was Graham Dahl that made the reception, and just like that, Roseville turns the ball over on downs. When you have a Mr. Everything, and that's presuming Bradley's not hurt, I wonder why this early you don't put the points on the board.
I got to wonder if he got dinged up, because if he didn't, I don't understand why you wouldn't kick a field goal there and try to go take the lead early in the game. I mean, we've almost played a quarter of football here, and we're scoreless still.
So Bella Vista will get the ball. Just double checking where they marked it. So they call him down at the 9-yard line. So that, on that pass play, that's actually a loss of a yard for Roseville. And it turns it all over to the Bella Vista Broncos, 1st and 10. And that's Logan Farron up the middle, and he shoots across the 15-yard line. So that's a gain of 7. And 2nd and 3 coming up for Bella Vista.
I mean, I hate to keep harping on this, George, but I love what I'm seeing so far. Runs that are actually producing yardage. You know, so used early in the game, especially for Bella Vista, the runs are, 1, 2, 3 yards, but we've had quite a few runs already that are 7 yards, 8 yards, even 9 yards.
So Farron comes out. Khalik Vaughn will come in. Jace Budenbauer is also in. Bernhard will line up as a wingman to the left. I formation. Give us to Budenbauer. And he has stood up at the line of scrimmage and pushes forward. Maybe gets to the 17. So that'll be a gain of 1 for Jace Budenbauer. And it will be 3rd down. And about 1 to go. Khalik Vaughn. Khalik Vaughn?
I'm thinking Khalik Vaughn, yeah. I mean, that's what I'd be doing, right up the middle. You got to power back, give him the ball, let him keep his legs moving. You need a yard here to get a new set of downs.
So Budenbauer is going to come out. That's Rickett to the left. Here's the handoff straight ahead. Pushing forward, being dragged down is Khalik Vaughn. And he needed to get to the 19-yard line. And they say he got there.
Yes.
So he actually needed to get to the 18 and a half, and they give him credit to the 19. So that is a gain of a yard. It is 1st down for Bella Vista. We're under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. No score here at Bella Vista High School Stadium. So we hear the crowd. So 1st and 10. Morris back to pass. Being flushed out of the pocket. Sends it downfield. Oh, and it's a little too tall for a wide open
Budenbender.
Budenbender.
Yep. He needed to be about 2 inches taller. He'd have had that.
Yeah, what's up with that?
We need some go-go gadget legs, for those of you familiar with Inspector Gadget.
I remember Inspector Gadget.
He needed some go-go gadget legs right there.
Score 0-0.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 19-yard line. I like the play call again. So now Moore is going to roll out to his right. He'll send it downfield, and that one's just a little too tall again. Trying to get that one to Logan Farron. And now it's 3rd and 10. I don't know, maybe Aaron's a little amped up a little bit, overthrowing the last 2 passes.
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's a really hard thing to do. I mean, when you think about rolling out of the pocket as a quarterback, even really, really great professional quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, I mean, they make it look easy. It's a very, very challenging task. Both of those balls a little bit high, probably a little bit of pregame nerves here in the first quarter early on. He needs to settle in, trust his pocket, trust his blockers, and be on target.
Damian Rickett will line up out to the left as the single wide receiver, 3rd and 10. Here's Mora again rolling out. Mora looks like he wants to run with it, and he is going to be hit as he crosses the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was a busted play. Yeah. He had the ball out like he was wanting to hand it off there.
And so that's only a couple of yards for Aaron Mora on the run, and that will bring up a 4th down, and Bella Vista is going to have to punt.
We got a timeout.
Looks like we have a timeout by the officials. Do we have an injured player?
Well, 58, Jacob Disney-Taylor took his helmet off, was down on a knee. He's back out there now. So
well, if they take the timeout for him, he has to come out for a play.
That's true.
And I think the referee.
Oh, no, it's right here. Mora was down.
Oh, Mora was down.
Yeah, Mora needed a minute. That's what it was. I didn't see him.
Okay.
Coach Gray was hiding him.
He was dinged up against Antelope, and Riley Dick had to finish the game again 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you wonder if Riley will be in tonight. Well, hopefully he's okay.
So here is Ryan Warner back to punt. Stylish with those pink socks. Steps into it. He gets hit. And the ball is bouncing, and it gets by Bradley, and it's going to be down by Bella Vista inside the 30-yard line.
Roseville very, very lucky there. They didn't get a flag for roughing the kicker.
They might have gotten a hand on that because it looked like Ryan kind of
he hesitated
a little bit before that allowed them to get closer.
Yep, so that's the only reason.
And that might have been why Bradley didn't field the ball either. It might have been spinning in an awkward way.
We'll take it, though.
So the ball is marked at the 28-yard line of Roseville. The Tigers, their second possession of this first quarter. Just under a minute to go. Dahl comes in motion. Cisnara will hand the ball off, going up the middle. That's Salas. Slips a couple of tackles. He gets a block from the outside. He's across the 40-yard line and out near midfield. So Aaron Salas, we talked about, he's the leading rusher for Roseville this season. Max Preps has him for 452 yards coming into this game. His longest run was 3 weeks ago against Antelope, 60 yards. And he had 4 rushing touchdowns against Lincoln in week number 4. So it's 1st and 10 for Roseville at the 48-yard line. So that was a pickup of 20. Here's a handoff left side. And another gain of about 5 yards. And that's McClure, the ball carrier. Be a 2nd and 5 for Roseville. So Roseville continuing to move the ball.
Yeah, if not for some of the speed we saw to Kai Brown on these last couple of plays, could have been a lot worse.
Bradley lines up to the right, one wide receiver to the left. 2nd and 5, Bella Vista creeping up on him. Back to pass is Cisnara. He's rolling to the right, looking for a block, and he gets the block from Bradley. Cisnara slides at the 42-yard line.
It's going to be a holding on Roseville.
So they would have had the first down, but the holding penalty will nullify that, and so they were 2nd and 5. Looks like they're marking it off from the line of scrimmage, so the holding would have happened at the line of scrimmage. They're going to bring it back. It's going to be 2nd down and 15. So penalties hurting both teams so far.
Well, and good news for the Broncos. Generally, when you see holding penalties against your opponent, that generally means you're getting beat, right? And so you're grasping to kind of keep things from going. If that is the case, that's pressure early and often.
That brings us to the end of the first quarter with no score between Bella Vista and Roseville. Impressive defense late. I mean, goal line defense, I would say. Roseville was moving the ball, but Bella Vista tightened up when they got it inside the red zone.
Well, and again, we've talked about this all year. Bella Vista has not been a first half team. Now, perhaps
First
they change
half,
that.
First quarter report.
Go ahead, Miles.
First quarter report. Not much going on first quarter, but Broncos seem to have the Rowdy Rooters all hyped up, apparently. Defense needs to get back on its thing, but that's all, really. Back to you guys.
All right, Miles, thank you very much. And another 12 minutes on the board. The defense has an opportunity right here with the penalty to maybe force them into a punt.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know that they go for it back here.
No, I don't think they do, and I think we just have to keep the pressure on. I mean, that's before we went to Miles. That's what I'm saying. I mean, Bella Vista traditionally has not been a first-half team. Now, there's always a change that you turn that around, but to see it be 0-0 right now, this is what we expected. This is a team in the Bella Vista Broncos that can hang with this Roseville Tigers team. The longer the score stays like this, the more they're going to have confidence that they can hang, and that that bodes well for this team.
So the teams will switch sides and go the other direction. Of course, that's what happens when you.
Second quarter.
Play goes to the right side. The pass is incomplete, and that will now bring up a 3rd down and 15.
Welcome to our newest guest.
Man, Kalik Vaughn coming in as a defensive end, almost to the quarterback, which was just, so close.
What are you looking at?
And I'm looking forward to seeing what Kalik Vaughn can do. 6'2", 215, transferred in from Castle Roble, where he played last year. Primarily defense last year. Didn't see much on the offensive side. 35 total tackles for the Rams last year. And now he's with Bella Vista. And we see him lining up on the right side of the defensive line for Bella Vista. So it is 3rd down and 15 yards to go. Cisnara will roll out to his right. Will he take off and run with it? He'll send the pass downfield. The pass is caught and out of bounds just across midfield. I believe that is McClure with the reception. That's Kenny McClure who hauled that one in. And so the Roseville Tigers will again face a 4th down. This is going to be a 4th down and about 7 yards to go.
Travis Fank is one of the middle linebackers with a big stop there. This is a long 4th down.
And I still don't see Bradley out on the field.
No, I think they're going to go for this too.
Well, now Bradley's coming out on the field, but he's lining up as a receiver. Now I have not watched enough Roseville games to know if this is conventional for them. I know that Bradley punts, but they're going for it a lot. 4th and 7, Cisnara, he's under pressure. Cisnara's tripped up and he goes down.
That's Jace Budenbender.
Jace Budenbender, seeing his first extensive action of the season. He transferred in last year as well, and so just getting eligible, and he's getting the opportunity as well.
I got to be honest with you, George. I don't know that Bella Vista has had a QB sack all year. That might be the first one.
Wow.
I could be wrong on that, but memory does not bring one to mind right in the start.
Maybe in the wins against River Valley or Ponderosa.
Maybe. Great pursuit, great speed from Jace, and got it done.
And great field position for the Broncos. They can eliminate the penalties, just move this ball. 1st down. Here's Bernhard. Bernhard is met at the line of scrimmage, and he is dropped back at the 49-yard line for a loss of a yard. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 11.
For a loss. Brings up a Broncos 2nd down and 11.
What you don't want to do here if you're the Broncos is come out and now go 3 and out. You got to move the ball, give your defense a break. Your defense stepped up and did their job. Now as an offensive unit, you've got to come together and move this ball.
Now we've seen Mora roll out to his left a couple of times this year. He seems more comfortable rolling out to his right. I'm wondering if we're going to see him on a pass play where he rolls out to his strong side. 2nd down. Here is a late handoff going up the middle and carrying tacklers with him all the way down inside the 45-yard line of Roseville. That's Budenbender.
That's a run on the play by number 18, Budenbender. First 6.
So Budenbender seeing time at receiver, seeing time at running back, seeing time defensive back and getting himself a sack.
Maybe he's trying to emulate Joel Bradley from Roseville.
Well, could be. Are they going to have him do some kicking?
I don't know if he can kick or not. I know him well, but I don't know if he can.
Well, I mean, they've added the Maldonado Conejo to try the long field goals. Morris, the extra point guy. Here's a screenplay left. Damian Rickett. Rickett slips a tackle. He's down inside the 35 and across the 30-yard line. So maybe he doesn't have the green gloves, but he's definitely rocking the pink socks, and those are working for him tonight.
I love the pass here, the play called, the screen pass. Trust Rickett, move the ball.
So 1st and 10, Bella Vista at the 31-yard line of Roseville. And Aaron, that's just what you talked about, not going 3 and out, getting that 1st down. And that was a great pass play to Damian Rickett.
You're keeping the clock running. You're making their defense stay out on the field. You're wearing them down. This is all positive stuff for Bella Vista.
Rickett will line up on the right. There's a slot receiver as well. Here's the handoff going right side and some running room. Logan Farron all the way down to the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 11 yards on the play and another Bella Vista first down. You know, the public address announcer did the setup. Now the crowd's supposed to respond to that. So the crowd needs to chant the first down part. That's the way that works.
New public address announcer tonight, and trying to keep this crowd in it. I love it.
I think it's great. 1st and 10, they'll mark it at the 21-yard line. Handoff goes to Budenbender once again, and he'll push his way inside the 20-yard line before being driven back.
Tigers stop on the play.
So a couple of yards there. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
I wonder a little bit, George, if using Budenbender on offense as much as they are, if that's throwing Roseville off a little bit.
Check it. We're going to say 1 yard. They're marking him at the 20. So 1 yard on the play for Budenbender. So we'll call it 2nd down and 9. Here's Bernhard. Bernhard coming from the wing position, and he gets it back to the 20-yard line for no gain, and it'll be 3rd down. Just under 8 minutes to go. Still no score in the ball game. Under 8 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. I don't think I had a scoreless game through a quarter and a half on my bingo card.
No, I certainly did not.
Especially when you see all the things that Roseville can do with their offense. Their quarterback, 2nd in the conference. They're all everything: receiver, punter, kicker, defensive back, returner, who's not seen a lot of playing time tonight. 3rd and 9. Bernhard and Farron in the backfield. Mora's back to pass. He's rolling out off the back foot. Sends it downfield. Catch is made. Ball is loose. Ball is loose, and it goes out of bounds.
We had a flag on the play.
There is a flag down. It was Jamison Seapock that made the reception.
Bringing it back.
And so that is a penalty on the Broncos. He would not have had the first down as they were marking the play dead at the 15-yard line. So if you're Roseville, you could force the 4th down and 3, or you could send him back. They're going to go ahead and send him back.
Probably a wise call.
We might be testing Julian Maldonado Conejo field goal range here.
Mm-hmm.
He hit the 38-yarder, missed the 48-yarder last week against Inderkum. This, if they don't gain anything, would be about a 49-yard attempt. So I don't know that they would go for that, but if they can maybe get half of this distance, we could possibly see a field goal attempt here. 7:08 to go, 2nd quarter, no score. 3rd down and a bunch. Mora, he's going deep. Catch is made in double coverage at the 15-yard line by Nolan Bernhard. Mora threads that needle beautifully.
Great composure by the quarterback to stay in the pocket. He took a hit on that ball, didn't let it affect his accuracy, and got a big completion.
And now Bella Vista can go for it here. It's going to be 4th down and 4. They can go for it. They can try a field goal. Got all kinds of options, and it looks like the offense is staying on the field here.
Yeah, Maldonado is standing on the sideline still, so this is going to be go for it. Why not? It's 0-0 right now.
And you're also telling your defense, hey, we trust you guys. And I know you had a conversation with one of the defensive coaches this week who said this is one of their best.
Yeah, I talked to defensive coordinator, Coach Ott, and he said this was the best practice week they've had since he's been here. So it's showing so far.
So 4th and 4 from the 15-yard line. Whistle blows as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
We got a referee.
And Roseville's going to call a timeout. Is that going to be their 2nd timeout?
It is.
So they would only have 1 left for the half. It's not like they have to worry about being able to challenge plays or anything like that. So you need to use your timeouts a little bit more judiciously in high school football.
Yeah, but I almost feel like, you know, if you could read the minds of what's going on here, that Roseville's a little bit back on their heels. They're a little caught off guard with this Bronco attack and on defense. I don't think they expected that. I don't think they expected to see Jace Budenbender on offense utilized as much as he is tonight. I don't know if that's a little trickery by Coach Jim Gray, but it's working.
I think it's probably more of an eligibility thing.
Yep.
So, because he transferred in from Castle last year, Malik Vaughn transferred in from Castle last year, and there are rules about when you can start playing. And I know that when I was talking with Coach Gray before the season, we were talking about players that were on the roster, and he was like, they can't play just yet because we have to make sure that we follow the rules. And obviously the rules are in place so that people aren't trying to poach people from other.
Exactly.
You don't have NIL in high school football, but you could conceivably, if they don't police it, have people go into kids at other schools and try and poach them over.
Correct.
I'm sure that's never happened before.
Oh, I'm sure
in some
not.
of those big states where high school football kind of shuts towns down on Friday.
Yeah.
And so that's why those rules are in place. And please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was happening widespread, but it's probably happened enough to where they had to put a rule in place.
Well, now the Broncos have called
Now
timeout.
the Broncos will call a timeout, so maybe this is one of the cases. Roseville saw how they lined up. They then come out and line up, and the Bella Vista sees how they line up. They call the timeout, and so there you have it. So we'll just reset things here, kind of a holding pattern with the two timeouts. 6:07 to go. We were kind of interested in some of the other action going on. Bella Vista plays Yuba City next week. And for those of you unable to make the trip to Yuba City, you will be able to check out the video for that game on the NFHS network. There is a subscription that is required for that, but the option is available to you to watch the live stream from Bella Vista or from Yuba City next week. We will be back in 2 weeks when the Broncos take on another one of the conference powerhouses, Wood Creek. So for the Broncos,
4th and 4.
it is 4th and 4. Bernhard in motion. Here's Mora. He's back to pass. He's going to go to the end zone. He's looking for Rickett. Rickett bumps into a defender. Pass is incomplete. No flag, and there really shouldn't be.
No.
And so Bella Vista turns the ball over on downs.
Ball was overthrown, even with bumping into receiver. No chance of Rickett catching that ball, no matter how athletic he is.
And we know that he's athletic. We also know that he's been getting some looks from colleges, too.
Yes.
And he plays on the basketball team.
Yep, varsity basketball player. Looking forward to seeing him on the hard court or the hardwood here. And well, hopefully a little while longer than normal for Bella Vista because
so checking some of the scores from the Max Prep scoreboard. Wood Creek has a 15-0 lead at home against Bella Vista. And Inderkum is struggling mightily against River Valley in the second quarter. They're only leading 56-0.
Oh my.
Second quarter, my gosh. So 1st and 10 for Roseville with the ball at the 15-yard line. Inderkum is just something else.
Yeah, they beat Wood Creek here a few weeks ago, 20-15. Wood Creek was slated to be the better team. Inderkum was better that night. I don't know. I've seen Inderkum play. I've not seen Wood Creek play yet.
I was able to watch the end of that.
Yeah.
It was the same night that Bella Vista played Antelope. And it was a close game. And probably the only time Inderkum has been close. Here's Cisnara, swings it over to the left. McClure with the reception at the 20, and he's spun down as he crosses the 20, and he will be marked at the 22-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 7 yards on the play, and will bring up a 2nd down and 3.
Good for 7. Bring up a Roseville 2nd and 3 to go.
I am baffled as to why we're not seeing much of Joel Bradley.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's injured.
Here's a handoff to McClure. He'll go on the jet sweep. He's in the backfield, and he's going to be corralled and dropped. Looks like it was Kai Brown that got there first, and he'll be dropped down inside the 25-yard line.
No gain.
And so they'll mark him back at the 24.
He's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
So 3rd down and about 2 yards to go. This would be big for Bella Vista here. I can't see them going for it if they don't get the 1st down here. But they've surprised us all night. And a new running back in the backfield for Roseville. Here's the handoff to McClure. Little hesitation. He is hit. He is dropped in the backfield back at the 23-yard line. So he does not get the 1st down.
No, he did not. Great job by the defense. Looks like that was Jacob Disney-Taylor that got him that time.
So now it looks like maybe Roseville will bring the punting unit out. We'll see.
Well, Bradley's on the field now.
And it looks like he's going into the huddle. Normally he just lines up as the receiver.
Yeah, he's back to punt. I think they've earned Roseville's respect here, making them punt.
Bradley is in punt formation. Rickett back deep to receive. Rickett is not buying that they're punting. Here's the kick by Bradley, and he knuckleballs this. And that is going to bounce and go out of bounds right around the Roseville 35-yard line.
Not a good punt at all.
Not at all what I expected. So Joel Bradley averages 41 yards per kick when he punts. And so he got that off the wrong part of his foot. I guess he's human.
I guess. You know, this is very reminiscent, though, of the Inderkum game last week, but in a totally different way. The game was played on one half of the field almost entirely in the first half, but it was because Inderkum just kept scoring. Tonight, no one has scored, and yet we seem to just keep playing on the south end of the stadium. Broncos with great field position again.
So 1st and 10 for Bella Vista. It is at the 36-yard line. 4 minutes to go before halftime. Rickett goes out to the left. Man in motion. Here's the handoff. Goes to Logan Farron. Farron drags a tackler with him, and he is going to be dropped right about the 32-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 coming up for, they're going to mark it at the 31. These referees are faking me out.
Well, the pink flags
they stop at the, they stand at the 32, then they mark it at the 31. Yeah, and you're right. The pink flags are a little bit more difficult to see with the contrast of the field. But we understand why they use it. Here's Khalik Vaughn across the 30-yard line. He will take that down. They're going to mark him right at the 30-yard line. So that's a gain of a yard for Khalik Vaughn. As we approach 3 minutes to go, this will be 3rd down and about 4 yards to go.
Bring up a Bronco 3rd down.
So Moore is getting his instruction. Bella Vista swapping out some players. And entering the game for the Broncos is Tamarius Alvarez, who has seen a little bit of playing time, mostly on defense, but he has entered in on offense here for Bella Vista.
Nate DeLucchi in for the Broncos as well.
3rd and 4, Bronco ball. It's almost half time. Get to the
So it's 3rd down. We'll call it 4 yards to go from the 30-yard line. Bella Vista taking their time in the huddle. Alvarez is going to go line up out to the left. Bernard is a wing on the right in the backfield. Here's the handoff. There's Budenbender again. Budenbender will take the ball inside the 30. He's down at the 28-yard line. And so that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 2 yards to go. So again, some decision making.
Yeah, I think they go for it here. I mean, Maldonado's on the sideline still.
The fact that they ran the ball was an indication that this was 4-down territory to begin with.
Yep. Just keep wearing down the defense. You need a couple yards here.
Exactly, and Bella Vista, I know that we're not clocking time of possession, but I think that they're actually controlling. Roseville had that one long drive, but the Broncos are responding here. This is a huge 4th down. They had a 4th and 4 earlier on their last possession and did not get it.
Again, taking their time. Play call hadn't even gone in yet.
I wonder if a timeout was called. Bella Vista is at 2 timeouts. Roseville's at 1. But, yeah, they're taking a lot of time. So 4th and 2. Here's Mora. Mora could run with it if he wants to. Has the first down, and he will run out of bounds shy of the 20-yard line. So designed, that's that run-pass option, I guess, the RPO.
Yeah.
And he saw the opening. He knew he needed 2 yards. And I've seen this at the NFL level where the quarterback has the running room, and it's like they trust the receiver so much that they throw the ball and the ball is dropped.
Yeah.
And so here Mora understood. Job 1 is the first down. I can get it. Let's not play around here.
Well, and more importantly, too, he went out of bounds. He stopped the clock. We still have 2 timeouts, 1:07 left till halftime.
1st and 10 Broncos at the 21-yard line. Mora swings a pass to the left over the defender. It's Damian Rickett. Rickett inside the 15. He's down to about the 11-yard line, just over the outstretched arm of the defensive back for Roseville. If that ball's underthrown, it's 7-0 Roseville.
Correct. That was a dangerous pass.
Broncos will take the timeout. They get the first down. Of course, the clock stops temporarily on the first down, but the Broncos need a little bit more time. So they're going to go ahead and take the timeout here, and they are going to talk this thing over.
Before the line gets too long.
Just make sure I may have given the Broncos a little bit more than they earned there. So it was a gain of 8. So it'll actually be 2nd and 2. So my apologies there, but it'll be 2nd down and 2. It's not bad.
Very workable. You got 53 seconds left. You got, well, right now the scoreboard says 2 timeouts, but we both know it's 1 timeout left.
It'll reset to 3 at halftime.
Correct.
But that doesn't necessarily change things right now.
No, you could still afford to run the ball here because if you get a first down, it stops the clock temporarily if you have another play lined up and ready to go. You don't even have to burn a timeout here if you call, 2 plays in succession.
Turning. 2nd and 2, Bronco ball.
So the Broncos at the 12-yard line. So Budenbender's going to line up out to the left. Bernhard from his wing will go out to the right as a wide receiver. Mora's out of the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's back. He's going to swing a pass over to the right side, and a juggling catch is made by Logan Bernhard, and he takes the ball inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, and that is a first down for Bella Vista. Wow. He was wide open. If he gets hit, that ball's incomplete. But he was right there, and Bella Vista quickly back up to the line of scrimmage as the clock will restart on the first down. Mora with the snap. He's back. He's running right. Has some running room. Mora at the 5. Mora angles back around. He's inside the 5 and down to the 4-yard line. 34 seconds to go. And I'm gathering Bella Vista is going to take that last time out.
Well, now you've got some real decisions to make, George, because you're 5 yards, six yards away maybe. You got 29 seconds.
And this is Aaron Mora range as far as field goals are concerned. So you can, so you're going to be 2nd down and goal from the 6. You can run a running play if you want. But if you do, you're pretty much going to have to get up and spike the ball to set up the field goal attempt.
Correct.
I think you want to throw here.
Yeah, I mean, you got 6 yards to go. With 29 seconds, you could actually get a couple of passes off if they're into the end zone, because if they fall incomplete, before you'd have to kick. So
now, the timeouts just went from 2 to 1 for Bella Vista. They called that timeout. Somebody called a timeout.
Yeah,
right
I think
after when I thought it was a first down.
Yeah, I don't think we have any more. I think the scoreboard's wrong. But
I would agree. Unless the one they called earlier was not charged to them.
Bronco ball, 2nd down and goal.
Second and goal, Broncos from the 6, 29 seconds to go before halftime. Broncos will kick off to start the second half. They would like it if they only have to do one kickoff.
That would be great.
Logan the only setback. Logan Farron the only setback. Play fake. No, they do give it to him as he takes it up the middle. He's going to take it down inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. So Mora is motioning for them to spike the ball. The referee is stopping the clock. Now he'll wind up. Third and goal. Mora will spike the ball. Oh, why is the clock still running?
The clock.
Referee is emphatically telling them to stop the clock. So that there should actually be about 13 seconds to go.
13 to 15, somewhere in that range. Way too much time ran off the clock there.
And so the referees, and you know, they're not mic'd through the stadium. So he's coming over to Coach Gray, and what he's probably going to ask him to do is to relay how much time needs to be set. I think I heard 14. Somebody shouted 14.
Well, so I can let us in on a little trick here. I think they're going to try to kick this because the long snapper's 56 Max Keogh, and I saw both his gloves come off, and Matthew Bunny's in the hold position.
Bunny's in the hold, and this is Aaron Mora range as he kicks the short kicks. This is just a yard longer than an extra point. Bella Vista looking to take the lead. Snap is down the spot. The kick is on the way. No good. He missed it. He hasn't missed an extra point all year.
No, wide left.
That one goes wide left. So 11.3 seconds to go before halftime. We remain scoreless on a very intriguing night here at Bella Vista High School.
Very intriguing. I'm a little curious on why we kicked on third down with 14 seconds left. Why we didn't take one more.
No timeouts left.
Yeah, but if we'd have taken a shot to the end zone and it falls
that's right.
incomplete.
You did have the end zone. You did have the. You could have thrown it. You're right, but you would have to have thrown it. But I thought that the run play came on second down, so the spike would have come on third down, which would have made it fourth down. Maybe I think the scoreboard is wrong.
Timeout, Tigers.
So Roseville's going to take a timeout to discuss exactly how they want the quarterback to take a knee here. I can't imagine. I mean, I suppose you could, with no timeouts left, I suppose you could try and throw a deep pass, but from your own 20-yard line?
Yeah, I think they're content to go in 0-0 here and regroup.
I think with 11 seconds to go, most NFL teams in this position would take the knee.
Yeah, at the end of a first half like this, it's been a hard-fought game. It's been a great game so far. No turnovers. One punt by each team. More penalties on Roseville's part than Bella Vista, for sure.
Correct.
Where's those Rooters at?
So 11.3 seconds to go.
Where's those Rooters at? Rowdy Rooters.
Well, now they're not going to take a knee. They're going to go for something.
They're in the shotgun formation. And Cisnara's going to drop back. He'll send it over to the right side. The reception is made. And out of bounds with 7 seconds to go.
That was to Bradley.
So out to the 30-yard line. We're going to say he's just shy. No, that's got to be a first down. Based on where the ball is, that's got to be a first down.
So the clock should be winding then.
Well, no,
Yeah, the first.
He went out of bounds.
Oh, he went out of bounds. That's right.
So 1st and 10. Cisnera again will send it over to the right side. Reception is made. A couple of slip tackles out across the 45-yard line, and we have come to the end of the first half of play. No score. I don't think this is what we expected.
I certainly didn't.
Well, I certainly didn't. I'm almost speechless.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to think. I mean, that was incredible, really. I mean, it was a great first half of football.
So the Broncos, they move the ball quite well. Roseville moves the ball quite well. the one thing neither team could do was get the ball in the end zone or through the field goal or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, even last week when you look at Inderkum and you say, hey, they gave up 55 points, they were constantly in the end zone. Now, Bella Vista didn't find the end zone, but they were constantly in it. So, tonight to have nobody in the end zone, we have a missed field goal. We have a lot of going for it on fourth down. Like I said, one punt by either team. I think that's really the crazier part. To have a game that's 0-0 at halftime and one punt with each team, that's it. You would have expected at 0-0, we'd have been punting all night long, but no.
Yes.
We've just been going for it and not converting.
Agreed. Let us see if we can connect with Miles downstairs for his thoughts here at halftime. So, see if we can check in now with Miles.
Halftime report here. Broncos and Roseville's defenses have been keeping the others in offenses in check here. Not much going on. If Broncos want to score, they got to change something up. What they did was semi-working, but if they can change something up, maybe getting a few extra yards on plays, they should probably be able to get a touchdown or something like that. Back to you guys.
All right, Miles, thank you very much. So, offensively for Roseville, or for Bella Vista, what we want to see is what they've been doing. Defensively, what they've been doing, but finish. That's the one thing that's been a problem. Yeah,
and I think, halftime's an opportunity, especially in high school, for coaches to be able to have everybody's attention and make some adjustments. I'm very curious. We thought maybe Bradley was hurt, but then he did come out at towards the end of the half, and he was in the game. He punted, although the punt wasn't great. It does make you wonder, is he a little dinged up? Is he a little shooken up? They got 13 more minutes here. Does he recuperate, and do we see, the Joel Bradley in the second half that we expected to see maybe?
Well, they targeted him on a pass in the first quarter to the end zone that was incomplete. He immediately came out of the game and then was not in regularly, and you would figure that with him being the leading receiver that he would be. So yeah, that's something to speculate and figure out.
Well, I think for Bella Vista, we've got to really figure out. I'm not the coach, but if I was the coach, I want to see a little bit more from Kalik Vaughn with bigger runs. I want to see Nolan getting a little bit more yardage, and let's keep that defense honest with some of those passes. They've been good. Morris seemed to have settled into his rhythm. A couple dangerous passes that we were a little concerned about, but if you can keep the defense on their heels and kind of guessing what you're going to do, then maybe we can find the end zone in the second half.
That's Aaron Keogh. I'm George Tharlson. We are at halftime here at Bella Vista High School. No score in the game. We are going to take a bit of a break and turn things over to the festivities here on the field. We just saw the dance team for Bella Vista with some youngsters involved with that performance. And now the Roseville cheerleaders will step out, and you notice they're wearing the pink ribbons, so kind of helping out with the theme tonight. So we'll let them take over here for halftime, and we'll be back with you in a few minutes to bring you the second half of play.
high students from Carnegie Middle School to join us for halftime. First, we're going to play for you a song famous by the Foo Fighters called The Pretender.
Welcome back to Bella Vista High School Stadium. George Tharlson, Aaron Keogh with you as we get ready to bring you the second half of play here at Bella Vista. Again, no score. Roseville will get the ball to start the second half. It will be interesting to see what they do with their offense and what Bella Vista's defense does, because Bella Vista's defense has been impressive today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost speechless, which, you know, if you ask my kids, would say is hard to do. But, I mean, I'm watching Bella Vista warm up. Everybody's engaged. There's a lightheartedness, you know, in the air. There's a, I like what I'm seeing, and I'm very, very hopeful of how this second half is going to turn out. Obviously, the big key, and this probably goes without saying, is Roseville's going to start with the ball. So the defense has got to come out and continue to do what they've done. Ideally, you know, depending on what the return's like, Roseville's going to start deep in their own end. You know, can the defense limit the movement and get the ball back and then go score? That's really going to be the question.
So last second instructions going on. So a couple of weeks ago we saw the emergence of Kalik Vaughn in the running game, and of course he's playing on defense as well. Jace Budenbender tonight. So again, a couple of former Casa Roble Rams making their presence known here at Bella Vista High School.
Well, sometimes that's all, especially with high school football, that's all you need is a couple of guys to fill some gaps that you have. You know, the offensive line has been doing a fairly good job. One thing that we didn't mention before the broadcast that we should mention is that number 77, Gabe Chance, is active tonight. I do know from just some reports I got from coaches during the week, probably will not see much of any playing time tonight. Got to get back in shape and get that knee, you know, where it feels comfortable. But he is dressed and he is out with the team tonight, so that's positive. But the line's been doing a pretty good job. You know, you could always do better. So when you put these couple key people in, suddenly we've got some difference makers, and that makes a difference.
All right, checking the Max Prep scoreboard into the third quarter. Wood Creek is leading Yuba City 22-0. Bella Vista visits Yuba City next week, Friday night. And again, if you cannot make the trip up there, we're not on because it's not a home game. But Yuba City does use the NFHS network for its live streams, so you can check them out. You will need a subscription for the NFHS network.
Looks like Broncos will be kicking off for the second half.
So the Broncos will kick it off to get things started here in the second half. McClure is back deep to receive. Salas is back deep to receive, and Joel Bradley. Of course, 2 weeks ago against Yuba City, Joel Bradley had that 82-yard kickoff return in the third quarter. So Ryan Warner will get set for his first kickoff of the game today. He's had a punt. So we're just waiting for the signal from the officials, and we're going to get this one underway.
Football, here we go.
Here's the approach and the boot. Right down the middle, it bounces to an up man. We'll bring it, has some running room, and bring it across the 35-yard line. And so that's where the Broncos will begin this possession. So it appears plan A is to kick the ball away from Joel Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense to me.
Yep.
Makes sense to me.
We've checked the box there.
Ball on the 36.
Doesn't look like any major changes on defense for the Broncos.
So Joel Bradley and McClure will come out to the right. 1st and 10, first play of the second half. Here's the handoff, goes right up the middle to Salas, and Salas is hit and dropped for about a gain of 1.
Max Keogh on the stop and excited about it. Good to see some energy in that defense right off the start.
Yes, indeed. He's moved over to play center on the offense, and he's getting some action defense as well. I know, I guess they haven't been using him as much on defense. Oh, boy.
Get that kid. Somebody get that kid off the field.
Okay, somebody that, and no, I'm not going to go all Kevin Harlan on everybody. Oh, and he took the the pylon. So now, do we have to replace that? Do we delay the game until we can replace that, or what do we do here?
Well, I see one of the vice principals down on the field. This is just unfortunate. You really don't like when things like this happen.
So 2nd and 9. Here's Cisnara. Has time. He's going to go deep. Has a receiver open, but this is intercepted. Jace Budenbender has a sack and now an interception for the Bella Vista Broncos. We have a flag down. Let's see what happens here. That was severely underthrown.
Well, quarterback was hit as he threw, George, and that ball just sailed on bad trajectory.
But was he hit as he threw?
Yeah, he was hit as he was throwing.
So that can't be roughing the passer.
No, the flag came after. It came
Okay.
on the return. I saw it come out.
What are they going to call here?
Maybe a block in the back on the return, maybe. You know, anytime you got where you're changing possession like that immediately, everybody's a little confused.
This is where we wish we did have the referees mic'd. Roseville's lining up in a defensive position. I tell you what, Budenbender was just waiting for that.
Well, it's going to go against Bella Vista, whatever it was.
It would be nice if they would signal and tell us what happened.
Looks like a personal foul.
Personal foul against Bella Vista.
It's against the Broncos.
And he hasn't signaled that it's still Bella Vista ball. But the Bella Vista offense is on the field.
Broncos.
Okay.
Yep, Bronco ball happened after the interception.
Right. It just wasn't communicated very well. So 1st and 10 Broncos. And we'll put the ball here at the 47-yard line when it all shakes out. Here is an inside handoff, and that goes for negative yardage. That's Nolan Bernhardt that got the handoff coming over from his wing position. So Bella Vista utilizing a little misdirection there. They lose 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, it looked like for Roseville, it was number 18, Zarelli, that just had good contain as a defensive end there.
Okay, so in terms of pylon gate, the pylon has been replaced. I think they have extras. Either that or they corralled the person that decided that they would that it was all about them.
Yes.
So the ball is marked at the 48-yard line, just next to the Broncos' mouth. Mora rolling out to the right, looking for a block. He is going to be hit. He is going to be driven back and driven down. And they do have the flag that came down late. The whistles, he was stood up and his progress was stopped before he went down to the ground.
It's a late hit.
And then they continued and he went down. I was wondering if the flag was going to come out. But you're right, it is very difficult to see those pink flags that the referees are using as part of breast cancer awareness. So they are going to mark off 15 yards against Roseville, and that's an automatic first down.
That's a huge break for the Broncos because Mora ran into...
Oh, wait a minute, this is high school. It is not an automatic first down.
Oh, okay.
So it is 3rd and 2.
Well, yeah, the referee here signaled a personal foul should be a first down.
In high school, the rules are slightly different.
So I guess not. It's going to be 3rd and short. But I see the side judge asking the question.
Now they're going to have him run 3rd and 2. Man comes in motion. Here's Logan Farron right up the middle inside the 35-yard line. Logan Farron doing Logan Farron things. And the Broncos make it a moot point whether it should have been a first down or not.
Well, and sometimes, in high school football, you need a little luck to go your way. The Broncos traditionally have seemed to lack that. But, like I said earlier, from practice reports I got, had an excellent week of practice. If you prepare, that luck tends to fall your way. First with the interception, then with the late hit. Broncos moving the ball.
1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Kalik Vaughn. He's spun down for a gain of about 2 yards on the play.
3 yards on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 8. Bronco ball.
So 2nd down and 8. Rickett comes out to the left. It's the only wide receiver. Man coming in motion, gets the handoff. That's Nolan Bernhard. Nolan Bernhard down the sideline. Spins off a tackler. He's out of bounds near the 20-yard line. And the flag will bring that back.
Music 2nd half brought to you by Mrs. B. DJ Mrs. B, bringing the music.
It's unfortunate on both sides of the ball. We haven't seen a big run yet without a hold. Kudos to both defenses, but we'd like to see Bella Vista bust one open on a big gain without that flag.
So they'll mark off the 5 yards, or actually it's more than that, it's 10 yards.
Yeah, 10.
Brings it back to the 42-yard line. So this will be 2nd down and about 18 yards to go.
Going to bring up Broncos 2nd.
The Broncos will need to get the ball to the 25-yard line. .24 actually, so 2nd down, 18 yards to go. Triple I. And they'll go off the right side with Logan Farron. And he takes it inside the 40-yard line. So that's a pickup of 3. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 15 yards to go.
Don't forget to support the lacrosse team.
So still 0-0 tie.
They're selling Krispy Kreme donuts. Get you some Krispy Kreme donuts.
Again, taking their time in the huddle. 3rd down, 15 yards to go. Here's Budenbender in the backfield. Budenbender gets the handoff on the jet sweep. He is going to take the ball inside the 40-yard line and maybe get down to the 38, and that will bring up a 4th down.
There's a flag down, though, and I don't know what that flag would have been. There was like 6 Roseville defenders on Budenbender.
Well, we'll find out.
Another hold.
It's going to be another hold on Bella Vista. At this point, do you give them another offensive play?
That looks like what
Looks
they're
like
going
they're going to do. You know what I do here? I roll more out to the right, and I just let them fling it.
Yep.
Let them fling it. Look to see if they can get Rickett. They're going to send Rickett out on the left.
Hold on the play. Broncos, they'll decline.
So they are going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Bring it back to the 38-yard line. Or the 39 is where they have the ball.
Yeah, it makes it 4th down now for the Broncos.
Looks like Ryan Warner might be in to punt.
I think based on where you're at, you punt the ball here. We'll see what they do.
It looks like they're going to go for it. So Rickett comes out to the left.
Nope, punt.
So now they'll bring the punting unit out.
It was
kind of a late change there.
Yeah, it was like Coach Gray was thinking about it, and then I think he just thought, let's try to pin him back here.
Well, neither offense has really had a lot of success finishing drives here. If you can pin them deep, and Bradley is back deep, and now a flag.
It's going to be delay a game.
Took so long, it wouldn't surprise me.
He's pointing unsportsmanlike.
What do we got here?
Or oh, it's a sideline warning is what it is.
Okay, then that's not an actual penalty yet.
Nope, the first one's not.
So the referee will make the signal here. So he does sideline warning against Roseville. So that's their first.
We got a penalty on Roseville.
So that's no yards are marked off. Nothing happens here. It is
Warner.
just a sideline warning. Snap back to Warner. He'll step into it. Here's the kick. It's going Bradley's direction, and that ball is going to go out of bounds.
Great kick. Pins Roseville back.
And they are going to mark him out of bounds right at about the 11-yard line. So the Tigers will begin this possession in the shadow of their own goalposts.
Craft Fair tomorrow. Craft Fair tomorrow, 8 a.m., 3 p.m. Bella Vista parking lot. It's going to bring up a first down and 10.
First and 10, Roseville from the 11-yard line. Late handoff, it goes to Salas, and he's going to be stood up right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Great job by the defense staying at home on that, being patient. Worked out well for him. Very short gain. Second down.
1 yard on the game. Bring up a Tigers 2nd and 9.
So this time it's Roseville taking their time. Second down. Cisnero will look to the left. And Mark Newton is not going to let the receiver go. Oh, and they throw the flag in late as he spun him around.
Surely that's not a late hit.
It's not a late hit. They may have blown the whistle, and he kept spinning McClure around. So we'll see what they say. So dead ball, personal foul against Bella Vista.
The penalty will be against the Broncos.
I got to have an explanation for that. That's, unless they said something, I don't understand what that's for.
Personal foul versus the Broncos.
So that is going to provide enough yardage for a first down.
Coach Gray wanting an explanation, and I don't.
So Mark Newton came up. He made the tackle, and he was spinning the receiver around. The only thing I can think of is that they marked the progress, stopped, and they blew the whistle. I didn't hear it.
Well, no, that's what Coach Ott and Coach Gray are arguing right now, is that, like, it's football. They tackled.
So the ball is now at the 26-yard line. It's a first down for Roseville. There's some debris on the field. It's like wristbands or something like that they're getting resolved. And so now we're ready to play some football again. First and 10, Roseville. There's Salas. Salas has some running room. He's across the 40-yard or 30-yard line, and then he's hit and dropped. He would not go down easy, and he picks up 5 yards on the play.
We've got a Roseville player down, or a BV player down. I can't tell who that is. On the far side of the field.
Timeout for an injured player. Bella Vista High School would like to thank the following football sponsors for their support of Bronco football: Uptown Cheapskate in Roseville, New Rex Plumbing Company, Ultimate Exposures Photography, Talbot and Plu Orthodontics, Extreme Jackets, Faux ABC Inc., CCC Remodel and Landscape, and Miller's Ace Hardware. We'll check in on some of the other sponsors here.
It's Jace Budenbenders who was down, but he's up, which is a good news for the Broncos.
He has had himself quite a game.
Yeah.
And he looks none the worse for wear here. He'll have to come out for a play. Looks like he doesn't want to.
No, they're going to make him, though.
Yeah. So with the timeout, some of the players also getting water here, and so now Budenbender will come over to the sideline, talk with the coaches, check with the training staff if necessary, and they're actually going to bring him over to the bench or maybe they're not. He's just walking away from everybody. He just wants to get back in the game. 2nd down and 4. Here's a pitch play, goes to
Yep, that's going to be a hold.
And the flag is down. Salas spins around across the 40, but that's going to come out, the flag. And the flag was down back inside the 25-yard line, so that's going to be a little extra if they mark it off from the spot of the foul.
Which they should. And the familiar chant, "You can't do that."
Because you can't.
Exactly.
Well, you can, but you won't get away with it. So.
Well, and that does help take the sting out of that. I'm sorry, but ridiculous personal foul they called for a late hit or whatever they called over there. That it's football. We tackle. He wasn't down. He was running forward.
They only marked the ball. Well, actually, no. They did mark it about 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, it looks like. So 2nd down, about 15 yards to go. Here's Cisnera, floats the pass over to the left side. The catch is made. I think that's McClure again that will take the ball out at about the 25-yard line.
6 yards on the play.
Yeah, that was Kenny McClure again. Played for the JV team last year, a 5'11", 185-pound sophomore. He seemed to get most of the catches tonight. A very quiet night for their leading receiver, Joel Bradley.
Yeah, I wish we had more insight there. If we just, maybe we'll find out after the fact, but he just does not seem to be being utilized in the game the way we thought he would be tonight. Big 3rd down here, though, for the Broncos.
So it's 3rd down and about 13 yards to go. Broncos hope that Bradley's on the field for the next play. Cisnera under pressure. He's going to let this one fly downfield, and the catch is made inside the 25-yard line of Bella Vista. Joel Bradley, we were just talking about him.
Comes out in a big way for the Tigers.
So that is nearly 60 yards on the pass play. Probably about 57 to be exact. And just like that, facing the possibility of a punt, now Roseville is knocking on the door. First and 10, Roseville. Here's Salas. Salas looking for an opening. He finds it, and then is finally spun down at about the 15-yard line. Kai Brown.
Another flag, another hold.
Another flag.
Well, that'll help Bella Vista.
So that will back them up 10 yards. Both teams shooting themselves in the foot with the penalties.
Yeah, after a huge 60-yard, 60-plus yard play to then have a holding on the very next play, it's rough.
It's going to bring up a 1st and 20.
1st and 20 from just outside the 30-yard line. Referee is blowing the whistle, and he's respotting the ball, make it a full 10 yards. Well, glad you're staying up late with us. We got a late start because the JV game ran long. We're just after 9 p.m. Pacific time. Special hello to those on the East Coast watching after midnight. Here is a reverse. Joel Bradley looking for a block from Cisnera, and it's a great block by Cisnera. Joel Bradley is down inside the 15-yard line. They've been waiting to run that.
Yep, classic reverse, and that snookered the Broncos.
But give Cisnara, the quarterback, credit, because he's the one that went downfield and made the block that freed Bradley up.
Yep.
So that is a pickup for Joel Bradley of about 20 yards on the run. 1st and 10, Roseville. Here is Salas right up the middle. Salas is all the way towards the goal line. The ball is loose. They're blowing the play dead.
Looked like a fumble on the play.
Roseville was saying they got it,
Dead ball.
but no signal for a touchdown by the officials. We'll see what they say here.
But we're changing personnel as though there was a touchdown.
Or was it a fumble?
Yeah, is it Bella Vista?
Roseville says that they scored, but the officials have not. The ball has to cross the goal line. They're marking the ball at the 2.
Ball's going to be marked on the 2. Whose ball is it?
And it's a first down. So it's first down for Roseville, 1st and goal from the 2. Time for the Bella Vista defense to really stiffen up here. It's like a wildcat formation. This is Salas that takes the direct snap, and he bulldozes everybody into the end zone for a Roseville touchdown. So the Tigers are on the board with the first score of the game. Salas from 2 yards out. Bradley will be on to attempt the extra point. The backup quarterback, Clark Nielsen, will hold. Here's the spot. The kick is on the way and is good. So Roseville gets on the board first in the 3rd quarter. 2:29 to go. The Tigers now have a 7-0 lead.
So the key here now for Bella Vista is you can't lose your composure, right? We're 9.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter before anybody has scored. You played a great game so far. So what? You gave up a score. You've got to come out here now and return that favor with your offensive unit. You've got to come out and you've got to be able to deliver. Give your defense a little bit of a break here. There was one big play the defense gave up. That's saying something in a game that's gone this long to only give up one really big play so far.
And with the difficulty that Bella Vista's had finishing its own drives, that one big play really looms large at this point.
Yes, it does. So you got to hope, can Bella Vista now find their own big play?
So from the Max Prep scoreboard, Wood Creek is now leading Yuba City 42-0 in the 4th quarter. Inderkum leads River Valley 83-0. Are they going to hang triple digits on them? Oh, it's 1 minute to go in the 4th, so maybe not. Here is the kickoff. And that goes into the end zone, and so Bella Vista again will take possession at the 20-yard line. Bella Vista High School would like to thank Les Schwab Tires, Outlier Life Coach Services, Sam Brown Solons, Citadel Roofing and Solar, Sierra Pacific Home and Comfort Care, Friendly Tree Care, and La Placita for their support of Bella Vista High School sports. All right, from the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, Bella Vista has to respond here with 2:29 to go in the 3rd quarter. There's plenty of time, but the way things are going right now, you feel that Roseville's offense might be feeling some momentum. Quiet night for Joel Bradley. All night comes up with the big play to set up their touchdown. Still anyone's game, though. Evenly matched ball game. Mora under pressure. He looks like he's going to try and run with it and gets maybe not even back to the 20-yard line.
Run on the play.
So he couldn't find an open receiver downfield.
No gain.
One thing I'd like to see out of the quarterback a little bit more is when you make that decision of, hey, I'm going to scramble, you've got it, just like we tell a running back, when you're going to run full steam, straight ahead, and pick up yards. It's the same thing with a quarterback that's scrambling. You could scramble a minute, but once you've committed to run, you have to run full speed and pick up some yardage.
Rickett will go out to the right. If Mora rolls out to the right, that's his strong side. They've got a slot inside Rickett. Mora's back to pass. They'll send it over to the right side. Pass is incomplete, slightly underthrown. They tried to get the ball to Rickett. So now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, you get a sense with two quick throws there, or one attempted throw and one scramble. The play calling, this is not a hurry-up situation. Continue to do what's gotten you here.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 20-yard line, and I gotta feel that this is going to be a critical 3rd down for Bella Vista. Can they get this done? From the 20-yard line.
3rd and 10.
Mora under pressure again. He's going to take off and run up the middle, and he is crunched at the 22-yard line.
That was a QB design run all the way, and
Going to bring up a Bronco for
I could see that more on 1st and 10 than 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that series of play calling was, but regardless, it's a 3 and out for the Broncos. And now you got to rely on number 50, Ryan Warner, for a big punt.
Oh, we have 1:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. We rely on a big punt from Ryan Warner and then a big stand by the defense. And then you've got Joel Bradley back here standing at his own 45-yard line. Here's the snap. There's some pressure. Kick gets away, and they try to kick it away from Bradley, and it will go out of bounds.
Out of bounds. That'll bring up a Roseville 1st down.
And so Roseville will take the possession of the ball. Looks like they'll be on their side of midfield. Looks like we're going to call that the 48-yard line.
If I'm Roseville here, George, what I'm going to try to do is strike again quickly.
Yeah.
I want to get another score up on the board and just completely demoralize this Bronco defense. So we'll see how the Broncos
is going to come out to the left. Bradley is not in the game. They've got Dahl inside him. Dahl comes in motion in the backfield. The handoff goes to Salas, who goes right up the middle. He's met at the line of scrimmage and then carries some tacklers with him into Bella Vista territory. So that's going to be a gain of about 3 yards on the play, and a 2nd and 7 coming up.
Good for 4. Bring up a Tigers 2nd down. 6 to go.
25 seconds to go before the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll see if Roseville runs another play here. They have one receiver lining up out to the right, Holt. 2 receivers actually 3 on the right. And then we got a whistle. Bella Vista was stunting at the line of scrimmage. I don't know that they came across. They didn't. It's a false start on Roseville.
Tigers. As we come to the close of the 3rd quarter.
7 seconds to go in the quarter.
Broncos 0.
And they will wind the clock. Roseville may be content to just let the quarter expire.
Well, except
here.
the clock's not running, and it should be.
Well, he was winding his arm.
Yeah, the clock should absolutely be running here. Don't know why it's not running. This is a free play, really. Should have been the end of the quarter.
Well, the referee is not trying to change anything. Cisnera will send the pass over to the left side. The reception is made and out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Joel Bradley with the reception for Roseville. He's going to be right at the 1st down marker.
Oh, now we have a flag late. That's going to be on the Roseville sideline. It's a sideline warning. That's going to be a 15-yarder.
That's the 2nd one.
Yep, that's 15 yards.
Yeah, you can see him making the You see, the referee made that symbol for sideline warning, and that it's the second. So he has, as they say, they're marking off the penalty.
Oh, is it
Looks
only
like
a
it's
5 yard?
looks like it's only a 5-yarder.
Flat on the play, we're going to back it up.
But did they say he made the first down?
I'm very confused.
Because he was out of bounds at the first down marker. So is it 1st and 10 or is it 2nd and 5? Unless it happened during the course of the play, in which case the yardage backs it back, it backs it up and nullifies the first down.
Well, he threw the flag after the play was dead, I thought. There's a lengthy discussion here going on between the head coach and the head referee, though.
So we're just waiting for the,
Now the officials are conferring.
yeah.
DoorDash to the announcement booth. Somebody DoorDash. Angelina, make a call.
So we're just waiting with everybody else.
I have no idea here why this is taking so long with 2 seconds left of the third quarter.
And I think that maybe the discussion is whether he got the first down on the previous play. If it was a dead ball, then the first down would count. If the sideline infraction happened during the play, then the play is marked off from, I guess, the end of the play, and it nullifies the first down.
So it should be, I mean, based on what they have right now, it's 2nd and 5.
Right. So very quietly, even though they're locked up in a very close game, Bella Vista about to go 7 consecutive quarters without scoring. We did have that missed 21-yard field goal by Aaron Mora in the first half. And penalties for both teams in the first half.
So yeah, it
Hurt
does.
their chances for scoring opportunities. Looks like they are going to call it a first down.
And then it's 5 yards behind that, so it'd be 1st and 15 is what they look like they're going to signal.
In which case, that's a dead ball foul.
Which makes sense because
Yeah.
that's what I saw. The play was over, and then he threw the flag.
Hey, back in play.
Okay, so there we have it. So they did get the first down. They set the first down yardage. It is now 1st and 15 for Roseville.
First down, 15. Tiger ball.
Cisnara waiting for the snap. He's back. Sends it over to the right side and short hops the receiver as the third quarter comes to an end. So we have reached the end of the third quarter of play. We're going to check in with Miles downstairs here for his third quarter report. And so, Miles, we will have you take it away.
Football.
3 quarters in now. The Tigers are the first to strike here with a touchdown early in the third quarter. Broncos defense is still doing pretty well, but seeing that the touchdown just occurred, that what adjustments can they make to stop another from happening? And what can the offense do to strike back? Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Miles. We appreciate it. And some good questions. What can the offense do when they get the ball back? First of all, the first order of business right now is for the defense. They're facing a 2nd and 15 to make a couple of stops here, force a punt, get the ball back. And then what can the offense do?
Yeah, I mean, that's really the question. I mean, you know, we had said with 8 minutes left in the third quarter, hey, there's plenty of time that we don't need to panic. And then we went 3 and out. The next thing you know, now we're in the fourth quarter. 12 minutes, especially if Roseville keeps it on the ground, you know, you can do a little ground and pound here and eat up a lot of clock. So Bella Vista's really got to work with this advantageous 2nd and 15. You know, they have the ball is at a fairly good spot right now to not be threatening to another score, to really force the Tigers to have to punt here with a couple good plays.
So it is 2nd down, 15 yards to go. We begin the 4th quarter of play. And Roseville at the Bella Vista 47-yard line. Joe Bradley will line up to the left. 3 wide receivers to the right. It's Holt and McClure and Dahl are slotted. Trips to the right.
It's actually 3rd down.
Back is Cisnara. He'll send it on the screen play. The catch is made. Running room. And a 1st down for Roseville inside the 35-yard line. That was a nice little slant pattern over the middle.
That's good for Roseville, 1st down.
And that looked like it was Graham Dahl that made the reception. And so another 1st down, and Roseville's moving the ball. Bella Vista's defense needs to find a way to turn the ball over here. 3 wide receivers out to the right, Bradley's to the left. Dahl comes in motion. And here is Salas, who is being hit in the backfield and dropped by Damian Rickett.
Great play by Rickett to read that the whole way.
2nd and 12.
So a loss of 2 on the play for Salas.
Roseville very content to just let the clock run here. Why wouldn't they be?
2nd down.
Will Mello is in the game now for Roseville at the left. Bradley's to the right. They are going trips to the left. Here's Cisnara looking Bradley's way, and that ball is incomplete. Great defensive play and a near interception by Mark Newton. So it'll be 3rd and 12, and now we've got the referee. We've got a couple of referees. Do we have an injured player?
No, they were wanting the clock to stop, I think, and it was still running.
The clock was still running. It does stop on the incomplete pass.
Right. I think that was Matthew Bunny on that defense, George. Is that who? I'm having trouble seeing on the far side. Is that Newton or Bunny?
Newton was the one. I had the binoculars
Oh, okay.
on, so Newton was the one that nearly jumped that pass. 3rd down, 12. Cisnara looking to his right. He's going to his right. Into double coverage. Pass is incomplete. Looking to Bradley. Matthew Bunny was there. Mark Newton was there. They were both there with the double coverage, and it's now 4th and 12. And this is the part of the field where Roseville has gone for it in the past in this game.
I would expect them to do the same, and you know, Broncos have been showing up. They got to show up again here on another big 4th down.
So the Broncos need this stop. And as few yards as possible will set them up in pretty good field position, and maybe they can get that tying touchdown.
Are they going to punt?
Well,
Bradley's back.
Looks like it. Cisnara is lining up as the up man. And the Roseville will call a timeout. Now that's an interesting formation there, Aaron. You have your quarterback in regular shotgun depth, and then you have your punter back there. Gives you some options.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd have been really surprised if Roseville didn't go for it there, because Roseville's defense has been able to hold the Broncos scoreless the whole game. The ball is at the 35-yard line, so, you know, unless you got Bradley's punt you know, he can punt it out of bounds near the goal line or something, you're taking a fairly big risk versus just going for it.
But the other thing you got to think of is Bella Vista had some good drives in the first half.
They did.
They haven't really done much here in the second half. You might be thinking about playing the field position game, try to pin them deep and make them go the length of the field. Now, Roseville just did that, aided by a huge pass play from Cisnara to Bradley.
Yeah, it does make you wonder. And also, I mean, it's the fourth quarter, but now Roseville's down to 2 timeouts left.
So Roseville is coming back out. They bring the offense back on the field. 4th and 12. Bradley is one of the wide receivers to the right. Now they're shifting back into punt formation once again. Cisnara is the up man. Rolls the snap, and Bradley gets it away. And that's going to go out of bounds inside the 20, probably right around the 15. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to call it the 13-yard line. Bella Vista is 87 yards from pay dirt. 10-10 to go in the fourth quarter. Bella Vista did miss a field goal attempt by Aaron Mora, a 21-yarder in the second quarter that would have given them the lead going into halftime.
So now it's time to see what your offense is made of. You got to have solid blocks. You got to have well-executed runs, good hands for passes. Let's see what the Broncos can do here on this drive.
From their own 13-yard line, Rickett left. There's a handoff, goes to the left side. Be Logan Farron up to the 15-yard line. So pickup of 2 for Logan Farron. Be a 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 7.
Counting down, 9:45 to go. Again, taking their time. Rickett comes out to the right. Strong side to the left. 2nd down, Mora rolls out. That's Riley Dick at quarterback. Downfield, Rickett with the reception across the 20-yard line up near the 24. That would be a 1st down. Riley Dick is in at quarterback for Bella Vista.
That's a great play call because the defense surely would not think the backup quarterback was going to come in and throw the ball like that.
I don't know if Mora is hurt or if maybe he's been
he
benched.
is.
He is hurt.
He's down with his shoulder pads off.
Okay. So Riley Dick is in at quarterback for Bella Vista.
I'm not sure I even saw a play where he got hurt, George.
Here's Bernhard. And he'll be hitting the backfield. He's trying to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got there. It looks like they're going to mark him at the 24, so no gain on the play. Or they're going to mark him at the line of scrimmage is the 25, so that's a loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11.
Luckily for the Broncos, they've had some experience with Riley under center in a couple of the other games, so it's not completely unfamiliar territory, but this is a big ask of this junior to step into this very close ball game and deliver.
Well, he's in the role that Aaron Mora was in last year.
Correct.
Being the junior up from the JV squad, not seeing a lot of playing time at quarterback, but they need him to come through in this situation. Dick is back to pass. He's under pressure, gets away from a tackler looking for a block. Riley Dick is going to run. He's out to the 30. Riley Dick, he's going to take this across midfield, cuts back to the left, protect that ball inside the 40, and he is down at the 36-yard line. Is there a flag down? Oh my goodness. And we see one lineman consoling another.
Well, it was either 58 or 75 from the way they're acting.
And the way 58 was consoling 75. 75 is Tyre Elland. I got to believe he was the one that held. What a run by Riley Dick. But unfortunately what happened, the hold is probably what sprung him free.
Yep.
So now Bella Vista finds themselves in an even deeper hole. Second down all over again. But it looks like it is. They're at the 14-yard line. They need to get to the 35. So So we're talking 21 yards here.
Big penalty against the Broncos.
Well, I think he got a throw here. Dick is going to line up under center. And he's back. He's going to let this one fly. Looking for Damian Rickard, who makes the catch inside the 45-yard line of Roseville. Oh, mercy!
What a throw, what a catch.
And Damian Rickett, like he was playing on the hardwood, going up for a rebound. He's the one that had to come up with that one. As that one, he had the defender all over him, not interfering, but the coverage was tight, and he just went up and got it.
And there's the big play that we were talking about we maybe needed. So
no flag.
No flag. So you have a big run negated by the flag. We come back out, fine, we'll throw the ball on you. I love it. Be aggressive.
Dick has an arm.
He does. Go get these points, Broncos.
1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Here's Farron. Farron, fourth effort down to the 41-yard line. Pickup of 2.
2 yards on the play.
So that last pass play was nearly 40 yards to Damian Rickett.
Broncos slow to get up.
Jacob Disney Taylor down, number 58.
And that's not good news.
It's not. He's a big part of the offense.
Working the lower leg, it looks, I wonder if it's a cramp. It looks like they were massaging his right leg a little bit. And he's kind of limping off and favoring it a little bit. So he'll come out of bounds, and they'll check in on him. In the meantime, Riley Dick, who is in position to be the starter next year, is getting some extended playing time. He's been in, he's come into games late, and I believe he played in the game against Johnson in kind of mop-up duty.
He did.
But he hasn't thrown too many passes. In fact, that pass play, the first pass play he threw was his first completion of the year. 2nd and 8. Dick has time. And nearly caught, then nearly intercepted.
So one thing
that was juggled. It looks like it might have been Seapock, the intended receiver.
And Logan Farron's now limping a little bit. One thing to keep in mind here is with Disney being out, that's changed the offensive front. So now you've got Fred Corfey in at center. Max Keogh's moved over to guard. Wyatt Knutson is in at tackle. And that is another change. So this drive is like, how can we patchwork this together? And it's working so far.
So you mentioned Logan Farron comes out limping a little bit. Kalik Vaughn is in. We haven't seen him much here in the second half, but here's an opportunity for him. It is 3rd and 8. Jace Budenbender is back in the game. He and Matthew Bunny will line up out to the left. One wide receiver to the right. Back to pass is Dick. He's under pressure. Sends it over the middle, and the pass is juggled. No, it's caught.
It is caught.
Caught by Nolan Bernhard inside the 35-yard line. Be a yard short of the first down.
4th down.
Bronco 4th down.
And now Disney's back in the game, so now we've shifted the offensive front back to the original group, it appears.
So Riley Dick now facing, as the quarterback here, a 4th down, and a critical 4th down for Bella Vista. The game could hinge on this 4th down play. Rickett will go out to the left. Vaughn is in the backfield. Riley Dick takes it on his own. They're going to try and push him forward. The question is, did he make it? Based on where the official is standing, he did not.
Flag down.
Where are they going to mark it?
If it's on Bella Vista, it would be a false start, in which case the play does not happen. They're going to mark it at the 34-yard line. They're going to call it Roseville ball. Is there a flag?
Well, now I don't see one. I could have sworn that the head referee threw one in. Well,
So
they picked something up off the ground that looks like a flag to me. that the referee's putting back in his
They
pocket.
dropped it.
Wow.
So that is a huge turn of events that did not go Bella Vista's way. They are now scoreless for 7.5 quarters. First and 10 Roseville at their own 34-yard line. 3 and out critical here for Bella Vista. And here goes Salas, and he is hit for no gain.
Run up the middle.
So a good stop there. And they do give him a yard to the 35. So pickup of 1. Clock continuing to run with 5:26 to go.
I'll bring up a Tigers second down.
Salas is a big guy, 6'2", 170, a senior, 452 yards on the season. It's an average of about 75 yards per game. And that was 452 coming into this game. And he's going to come out of the game now.
We're under 5 minutes left in the ball game now in the fourth
And
quarter.
he's going to have to be
Thank you, everybody,
replaced.
for wearing pink tonight. Cancer awareness. Thank you.
And coming in for him is Colton Wolf, 5'9", 205-pound sophomore. 2nd and 9 from the 35. So Wolf will line up next to Cisnara. And Cisnara will give a handoff over to the right side, and the ball carrier on a kind of an end around is tripped up. That is McClure. He brings it out to the 33-yard line for a gain of 3, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 to go. Bella Vista needs a stop here. 4:08 to go. Bella Vista all 3 timeouts at this point. If they can get the stop here, they should have time.
Be an interesting play call for Roseville. If you throw it, it's incomplete, the clock stops. If you run and you don't get it, now you're facing the 4th down. So be curious.
Roseville taking its time. Jaden Holt comes into the game, and he will line up out to the left. Wolf will come in as the running back. McClure and Dahl. Bradley will go to the right. And now we've got a timeout called by Roseville with 3:41 to go. Okay.
Interesting.
Very.
I mean, with high school football, unlike college and the NFL, 3:41 is not a lot of time.
Correct.
Clock management is not nearly what it is. You don't train for it the same way you do in college and the NFL. So you really start to kind of get the feeling that the Broncos have to stop here so that they have an opportunity to get the ball and try to score and tie the game.
So 3:41 to go. And it's been really a defensive battle tonight. Not a lot. We just have the 1 touchdown, the 1 missed field goal for Bella Vista. There have been opportunities, but really this is a night where the defense is the star on both sides of the field. And it's time now for Bella Vista's defense to come up big. Third down, 6 yards to go. Whistle.
Flag on the play.
The flag has come down. So we're going to get a dead ball and a false start on Roseville. So we'll go from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 11.
Penalty will be on the Tigers.
Somebody got a little anxious there in the slot receiver position, it looked like. That might have been Bradley, actually.
So now the Tigers will look at a 3rd and 11.
12.
The line of scrimmage is the 33-yard line. Cisnara will line up in the shotgun. Salas is back there with him. Here's the snap. They give it to Salas. He gets by 1 tackler. He's on his move. He's on the way, and he's going to be run out of bounds
Run on the play.
close to the 1st down. Looks like they got it.
Salas on the run.
So a pickup of about 11 yards for Aaron Salas. And Roseville's going to keep possession here. They had him in the backfield.
Yep, they just didn't get the tackle, and that really, really hurts for the Broncos. Still time here. Bella Vista's got all 3 timeouts, but that clock is getting ever closer
Getting
to 3
to the
minutes.
point where they need to force a turnover. And also maybe start using those timeouts that you mentioned. Figure we're going to get a healthy dose of Aaron Salas right now. 1st and 10, and then another flag comes down. I think we may have set a record for flags tonight.
Man, another false start.
On the offense.
We're approaching 10 o'clock.
Bring it back. Thank you, Roseville fans, for coming
Friday,
out for
so-
Friday Night Lights. Jared Wood.
I feel for those that have early mornings tomorrow, but
My man.
Yeah, the morning comes quick, but you know, it's all worth it. This has been a great football game tonight between
Yes.
these 2 ball clubs, and it's been exciting to call it with you, George. It just can't wait to see how the last 3:06 of this one turns out.
so 1st and 15 from the 40-yard line.
First down, Tiger Ball.
And we're still not ready to play here. One of the officials coming over to talk to the Bella Vista coaching staff. And we have a clock adjustment or something?
Yeah, I think 3:10.
3:10?
Yep.
Yep, we've reset the clock to 3:10.
3:10 on the clock. Here we go.
So 1st and 15. If they decide to put the ball in the air, maybe Bella Vista can come up with an interception. Kai Brown had a pick 6 a few weeks ago.
The clock shouldn't be running out of a timeout.
So something's off here.
You can't run the clock out of a timeout.
Whistle on the field.
So Bella Vista calls timeout, but
Timeout. Somebody.
Did I don't even remember. Did Roseville call a time?
yeah, they called timeout. So the clock should not have started. The referee wound the clock. That's incorrect.
There was that whole delay to get the clock to 3:10, and then they start winding the clock. And it looks like a member of the coaching staff is coming out to talk to the officials to find out what's going on.
You know, I'm looking down on the sidelines, George. Another thing that I had not seen, but Jace Butenbender is in street clothes.
Oh, no.
It looks like he's got maybe his shoulder in kind of a sling-looking.
Oh, that's not good. He had himself quite a game.
He did.
Watch out for the band walking through the parking lot.
So Bella Vista's showing 3 timeouts. Roseville is showing 0. The coaches are talking with, or one coach is talking with 2 of the officials, and I'm sure they're trying to get that clock figured out.
Well, yeah, they want the time back on, and they're
I don't
absolutely.
blame 'em.
No, that's. I mean, the official rules of the game have to be followed. So
Time in.
So now, they make the timeout signal again.
You know,
Timeout.
the embarrassing part about this is that this is delaying the game even further for what it's taken away from what's a great game because we can't get the officiating to be official. And that's really frustrating. The players are doing their part. They're giving all their effort. No matter what the outcome of this game is, this has been a fantastic ball game. I think in your pregame notes, you might have mentioned this, but I think Roseville's averaging something like 30-something points a game. They have 7 tonight.
Yes.
I mean, Bella Vista's given up 55 points and 46 points the last 2 weeks. They've held the Tigers to 7 tonight.
And this is a Tiger team that beat Antelope a few weeks ago, 21-14. The same Antelope team that beat Bella Vista 42-7.
Yeah, this is incredibly impressive from the Broncos.
It's just a shame for Bella Vista that their offense could really not get anything going consistently.
Correct.
Too many penalties. There was that great pass from Riley Dick. I believe it was to Rickett.
Last reminder, volleyball.
But it was,
Support
but then
volleyball
the drive
hosting
fell
Sharon
apart after
volleyball
that.
versus Del
So it
Campo.
looks like we're finally going to play with, and now they're going to put the clock back to 3:06.
October 17th here at
So we're at
Bella
3:06. It is first and 15 for Roseville. Here is a play up the middle,
Vista. Run up the middle.
and we'll take it across the 45-yard line. Looks like that might have been Dahl that carried it. We're going to get a timeout here. This might be a timeout for Bella Vista.
Broncos.
So Bella Vista will use its first timeout, or maybe their second. So now they're down to one.
Yeah, I think Roseville's out of timeouts. Bella Vista has one left. Second down.
So that was a gain of about 2 yards on the play for Graham Dahl.
Just in case you didn't know,
So
there's a
2:54.
craft fair tomorrow here at BV in the parking lot.
So if
8 a.m., 3 p.m.
if they can stop them here and force a third and long, that might prompt Roseville to throw. Maybe not. We'll see. But Aaron Salas has come up with some big runs on just a few plays ago. What seems like 3 days ago. He
Ball
ran
in play.
for 11 yards to get a critical first down on third and long. Salas is next to Cisnara, and there he is. Slips one tackle, has some running room, approaching midfield. He's down.
Salas the ball
He's
carrier.
down at the 49-yard line. Comes up grabbing his face mask as if maybe it was grabbed, but the officials did not throw a flag.
Stop the clock.
Bella Vista
So-
takes their last time out here with 2:45 left in the game.
So if Roseville does not get the first down here, they can let the clock run down probably to about 2 minutes and then punt. And we'll probably put Bella Vista deep. And we'll see where it goes from there.
First things first, we got to get a third down stop here. And if you're Roseville, I think you have to be a little aggressive in your play call here to pick up this first down. I would not want to give the ball back to Bella Vista with Riley Dick in at quarterback with the arm that we've seen from him in the little short time he's been in.
So it's third down, 6 yards to go from the 49-yard line.
Tiger ball, third down, 6 to go.
Huge stop
Timeout.
is needed from Bella Vista. Cisnara's going to throw. Sends it downfield. Catch is made. First down, Roseville. That could be the game right there. Bella Vista's out of timeouts. Graham Dahl has the reception. And so Roseville can now just take their time and let this clock run. So now about the only thing to save Bella Vista right now, I think, would be a turnover.
Yeah, and with, I mean, they're going to be under 2 minutes here. They basically can almost kneel this out.
In fact, they have Nielsen in at quarterback. The senior is going to take the snap now with a 7-0 lead, and that might be what he does. We're down to 1:50 to go. He's just letting the clock run. Apparently he knows where it is because he's just standing under center. Now he'll come up underneath.
Well, more than 40 seconds have come off the clock here, right?
And here is this, the handoff. It goes to Wolf, and Wolf will rumble his way down the middle, still on his feet, and he's going to have himself a first down, and there's another flag. Well, it was a gallant effort for Bella Vista tonight, and if you had told me that they would only allow 7 points, I would have thought that they would have a 2-touchdown win.
Well, they just motioned a sideline warning against Roseville again.
Flag on the play against the Tigers. Bring it back.
So 1:30 to go. It's probably not going to make much of a difference. They're going to mark the ball right at the 31-yard line, which is the first down marker. So it is still going to be a first down, but he got so much more after that that the mark off just takes him back to the first down marker. So now they wind the clock.
Moving the chain for Tiger first down.
And now they can kneel out.
Now they're in the victory formation. So Clark Nielsen was the backup quarterback last year as a junior. He's the backup quarterback this year as a senior. Is going to get the chance to take the snaps and kneel this out. And Roseville is going to leave Bella Vista with a hard-fought 7-0 win. And Bella Vista is now 8 consecutive quarters without scoring.
Everybody down safe.
Yeah, you can see the heartbreak on these players' faces, and I given the defensive struggle tonight, I'm not really concerned with the offense not being able to put it in. I mean, Roseville was only able to put it in once with as much as they have scored all year. It's just a shame that this is how it's going to end, but it is, and the Broncos are going to drop to 3-4.
Yeah, this game was here for the taking for Bella Vista, and so one more knee has been taken. Bella Vista cannot stop the clock, and so in the end, it turns out to be a
heartbreak
7-0 Roseville win. Bella Vista has scored 7 points, 1 touchdown in the last 3 games.
Yeah, you just, you feel for these kids. I mean, they really put the effort in this week, and they just came up short, what could have been. So really just unfortunate for them. But great game and great effort by both clubs, and, just kind of don't know what to say.
Just taking a look at some of our unofficial statistics from Scarlett Thompson, our statistician. Looks like Cisnara threw for 88 yards, so it wasn't quite enough to get him to 1,000, but he could probably do that in their next game. Logan Farron led the way for Bella Vista with 57 yards rushing, and so the Broncos, well, they just couldn't finish drives.
No, I mean, they just struggled. I mean, you feel so bad. I mean, these are high school kids. They work so hard. They go to school all week. There was so much build up for this game. And, I think the thing that they really demonstrated, though, was defensively, enormous improvement over what we've seen this year. Absolutely enormous improvement. Great things from Riley Dick coming in as the quarterback. Great things from the offensive line, allowing some bigger runs to materialize. Yes, they didn't get in the end zone, and yes, they have this streak, and that's something they're going to have to work on next week. But I saw a lot of positives, building from last week where I saw a lot of positives. I like the direction this football club is going. Not the result we wanted, but I like the direction.
Well, we had talked about it during the broadcast that this was probably one of the best defensive weeks that they have had in practice and getting ready for this game. It showed. I mean, Roseville has put up big-time points against other teams. They're held to 7 points tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I just, I really can't say enough. I know that it stings. I know that there's going to be a lot of tears shed down there on that football field tonight because those young men wanted that win, and I feel for them. But at the end of the day, you have to look at the positives from that game, and you have to say you held a very good offensive team to 7 points. You forced a turnover with an interception. You lost your starting quarterback. And your backup quarterback came in and did a good job.
Completed 2 passes on that one drive.
Yes. Yeah, the biggest play offensively of the game was from the backup quarterback. Damian Rickett had a really good game tonight. Jace Budenbender had a really good game tonight. He got hurt. That's unfortunate. Aaron Moore got hurt. Hopefully it's not bad. I tend to look at the positives and I say, hey, I'm going into Yuba City next week, loaded for bear. I'm ready to go and get a win. And get that 4th win that we need.
And that 4th win is what makes you playoff eligible. Bella Vista finished last season 4-6, and this year with 3 games left, they would certainly like to improve on that. At least 5-5. Wood Creek's going to be a tough one. You can't count out McClatchy or Yuba City. You don't want to count out anyone, but you have an opportunity here, not just to get that 4th win, maybe to get that 5th win to finish 500. And who knows, maybe there's an upset brewing at some point here that could get them to that 6th win. But this game was here for the taking, and so yeah, you're right. There probably will be a lot of tears shed from this, but a lot to learn from as well. Penalties hurt both teams tonight, but in particular Bella Vista. They had just about every drive stalled as a result of penalties.
Yeah, it continues to be a plaguing issue, and on the one hand you can say, well, it's gotten better. We haven't seen quite so many personal fouls and face masks and things like that. How many drives did we have a holding? We had a big play and then a hold, and so now you're deep. And you have to try to work out of that. That's really, on a night where both teams had trouble getting into the end zone, that's almost the nail in the coffin when you have those penalties.
Okay, so it's an important game for Bella Vista next week against Yuba City. They'll take on the Honkers up in Yuba City, and then back here against Wood Creek for game number 9, our final live stream of the game, and then we will, the regular season finale against McClatchy. We'll see how that works out for Bella Vista down the road. But you got some important games coming up, and you got some things that you got to work on. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'll see you back here in 2 weeks, but excited for next week and what happens in Yuba, and hopefully in 2 weeks when we're back together, we're talking about a team that's 4-4.